No worries, no worries. So you're in the Dominican Republic, right?
Yes, I'm in 𝐿𝐵𝐻.
And is this your first time in the Dominican Republic?
Yes.
And just for comparison purposes, what are other places you've been that that you think are comparable, or that you better than or worse than, or compared to this?
Yeah. Well, better than or worse than, it just depends on what you want. But one funny thing, well, it's kind of funny now, but this town, 𝐂𝐵𝐻, this is the first time I've ever been robbed. And I actually, me and my friends were walking out of a bar restaurant, and we had had drinks, but you know, we weren't like drunk. But this lady of the evening came up and grabbed me, and I just thought it was, you know, standard groping, you know, trying to drum up some business. But I got back to the condo, and I'm like patting myself down, and I realized my wallet was gone. But even then, it didn't click. I was like, oh, I probably left it on the table. So I ran back to the restaurant, and the manager was great. He was really concerned, and took good care, you know, customer care. And he went and got on the you know, the security camera, and reviewed it real quick, and we could see that I hadn't left it on the table. There was nothing there. You know, the wait staff came and cleaned up the table, and it wasn't there. And then he switched to the outside camera. As soon as he did that, I was like, I know where my wallet is. So she had grabbed it, and
yeah,
she was $400 richer.
Okay.
So,
and so it was not, you wouldn't, I guess you wouldn't call it an armed robbery. It was more like a pickpocket.
She picked my pocket.
And you were kind of disoriented in a way because she's a woman, and you're not
Right.
thinking that she's going to rob you. You think
Right.
she's a lady of the evening. Yeah.
It's not uncommon. In 𝐂𝐵𝐻, there aren't very many ladies like that. There's some. 𝒂𝐻, there's a lot.
Okay.
And a lot of them will try to grab you. So it's not unusual for a woman to grab a single guy walking
Right.
down the street, especially
Yeah.
in 𝒂𝐻.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought was going on, and I politely invited her to move along.
Other than the robbery, would you say that if you had maybe if you had a money belt or a way to protect the personal cash from ladies of the evening a little better,
Yeah.
do you see, what's your overall assessment of the threat there is what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah, it feels safe. I was careless, and what happened to me here in 𝐂𝐵𝐻 is much more likely to happen in 𝒂𝐻. So if you're a guy, especially a single guy in 𝒂𝐻, and you go out and have drinks, you are very likely to encounter a situation like that. But
Okay.
but it's also, you can protect yourself. You know, you can, you know, push people away if they get into your space. So I don't feel physically threatened, but you do have to keep an eye. I've heard a lot of stories about, you know, you wouldn't want to set your cell phone on the table while you're having a conversation, because somebody might come up and swipe it and off they go.
Yeah.
And money and stuff like that. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely you need to be aware and careful. But as far as physical danger, getting run over by a truck or a motorcycle is probably a much bigger.
They have the crazy drivers there that like a lot of. Okay.
It's a different kind of crazy than Thailand.
Right.
But yeah, it takes a little getting used to.
This is Dan of Vagabond Awake. Please like this video, comment, or subscribe. Any of that would help our business. We'd sure appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Okay. And would you say, do you have a feeling that there's a lot of beaches and a lot of directions around you, or is it more you have to take a taxi somewhere?
This whole area is, you know, they call it the North Coast, and the main points of the North Coast would be Puerto Plata, and then 𝒂𝐻. And the Puerto Plata airport is between the city of Puerto Plata and Sosua. And so the city of Puerto Plata, that's like a real city. It might even be the third largest, you know, after Santo Domingo and Santiago. But it's a real city, and it's Dominican, and like you probably should learn Spanish if you're going to be over in Puerto Plata.
Okay.
And you know, a lot of different stuff like that, city infrastructure and amenities.
Right.
And then Sosua is a smaller place, very with a nice beach for swimming, and I think in between all these places, there's tons of beaches.
Okay.
You know, they're just all over. But then Sosua is, you know, tailored for single guys and people that just want to go out and have fun.
Okay.
And then go to the beach and snorkel. And then Cabarete is quite European. A lot of European expats here. I'm trying to think. I think I've met a couple of other Americans, but mostly French, Swiss, you know, Italian, and then you know, a lot of Dominicans here that are kind of working in the tourism industry. And then I haven't been east of here along the coast, but I do know there are more towns and cities that kind of go out, and every place has kind of its own little personality, and there's a lot of stuff to explore.
Okay. And so what's your overall feeling about the Dominican Republic? It sounds like you've been, you know, to Southeast Asia before, and you've been to other places. You know, what's your feeling about it? How would you characterize it or talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, I like it, and in some ways it feels similar to Southeast Asia, especially the Philippines. You know, the Philippines has kind of a Latin feel to it. And so being in a tropical Latin country with beaches, you know, you get a lot of the same vibes. People are nice. Like I said, I feel like you know, there's a higher risk of theft, petty theft here than I ever felt in Southeast Asia. It happens, but yeah, I think it compares favorably to Southeast Asia. For whatever reason, I really enjoy the vibe of Southeast Asia, the food, and just the culture and everything. I just feel good there, and I like it here on the North Coast more than I thought I would. I like Santiago less than I thought I would, and I like it here more than I thought I would.
We're in Latin America right now, and we're looking for guest stars for our videos. Where are we going, Sean?
I don't know. We might go to Guatemala, Costa Rica, Belize,
Nicaragua,
Panama,
Dominican Republic.
Yes.
And we need some guest stars and ideas, so please let us know if you know anything. We're looking for places that people would want to retire, and people that are retired that would like to share their experience.
The one thing that I didn't like as much about the Philippines, and I'm not comparing it to Dominican Republic, again, I've never been there, was that in a lot of the places that people live, they have to either get on a boat to find a nice beach, or they have to drive on their scooter or taxi to get to a nice beach. There's many exceptions, like, you know, somewhere like 𝐂𝐿𝐴 and others, but it sounds like you have a beach in front of you. You could run on it, walk on it, and I mean, it's just part of your life there.
Yeah.
So in that way, it feels more like a Thailand type thing in that way.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. I have been to a few places in the Philippines where the beaches are right there. But if you're a beach connoisseur, it would be hard to beat this, I think, you know, because it's, you know, $1,500 is a lot here, but it feels like a bargain to be right on such a beautiful beach, you know, with all the amenities and stuff that's around here.
In addition to your rent, what do you think it would cost you to live there per month? If you at restaurants and taxis and groceries, do you have any idea at all, or have you thought about that?
I haven't really thought about it. When I retired because my company offered an early out to reduce the head count, and they gave us a nice, parting gift. So I haven't been budgeting. I'll have to eventually,
Right.
run out. But I've been kind of like I've been just getting used to being retired and figuring out, what it's all about. My guess is that you could live a couple blocks away from the beach here and, live on your Social Security. And of course, you could spend a lot too if you wanted to spend a lot more. But yeah, I really feel bad. I don't have like any good numbers to throw at you with like food and stuff like that.
All right, good. So any parting thoughts about Dominican Republic that you'd like to share? Any other thoughts you have about it?
Well, all I can say is, like, having watched a lot of your videos, I really think you guys would like it here. I think you'd especially like Cabarete. It's a nice laid back vibe, beautiful. So get in touch with me when you come up here.
Yeah, we're definitely, it's in our queue, and I've wanted to go there for a few years. And because so many Americans go there, it's one of the top places Americans go. And so I wanted to provide that information. And when I got your email that you're in the Dominican Republic, I said, yeah, let's do this. So, well, thank you so much for your time, Kelly. I appreciate, you've taken the time to talk to the audience and tell them what your experience has been, good and bad and ugly. And
so mostly good.
Well, good. It's, that's life. That's why life goes our way sometimes, other times it doesn't. We either get what we want or we learn something along the way, which will help us next time. So.
Yes. Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, Dan. It was nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you, Kelly. We'll let you know when we're headed that way.
Thanks for watching our video. Click the link in the notes below this video to get a copy of this content. Plus, grab a free copy of my ebook, How I Fired My Boss and Traveled the World for 13 Years. While you're there, check out our catalog of retired cheap reports all over the world and our hobby income course that we just released. Thanks so much.